It's October, and that means it is now over half a year since Animal Crossing New Horizons has been out. And what a half a year plus 1 month it's been. We've seen the seasons change, we've dealt with Bunny Day, we've been increasingly frustrated at the fact that trees just will not give acorns. We've been to many fishing tournaments and fished with our favourite residents, and had to deal with the fact that you decorate your island so much and still they don't sit on a chair. But what we've also done is we've had a whole half a year and a month to really appreciate the hourly music within the game. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. But Emily, isn't there more KK videos you can do? No. So over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 hourly music throughout Animal Crossing New Horizons. I will say this is a purely biased list and it's just simply my opinion. I will also say that I have written down a little description about every single hourly piece of music within this game. A little bit over the top. Yes. I don't mind 10 AM. In fact, I quite like 10 AM. My issue with 10 AM is the fact that you hear it too much. And I don't know if it's just a case of where the world has been in a very interesting position and people have had later mornings and a lot more free time, but I feel like I have heard 10 AM way too much within the game. That aside though, it's a solid track. And I think, say, opposed to 9 AM, it kind of makes you just feel like you're awake at this point. It's the awake song. Let's go with that. 8 AM kind of has that different vibe going on. Not quite the vibe of 7 AM, but there's definitely a vibe. I think my only real issue with it is it's a little bit samey. That yeah, you do have that moment where it changes, but even the moment where it changes is still kind of the same. Like, it has a build. It does have a build. But the build, because it's at the end of the loop, kind of builds to the beginning again. In my very detailed notes here, I have put that simply it's a bit jazzy and the use of trumpets and brass is good. As opposed to 12 AM that I think's a bit meh. I think 1 AM really kind of gives you that vibe that you're coming home for a long day, and I think that's what you want in, say, the 11, 12, 1 and 2 o'clocks. That kind of, I can't sleep so I'm going to wander around my island, but the game isn't shaming me for it vibe. Number 7, we've got 12 PM, which apparently I forgot to write notes about. I like 12 PM because it feels like 12 PM, which I know sounds really silly, but there are some tracks in the game that I think, I don't know if you sound like that time to me. 12 PM kind of has that it's lunch now, but I'm still going to spend all my time on Animal Crossing feeling to it. But also because of that, it's relaxing. And I think out of all the tracks, it really kind of has that beachy, deserted island vibe that the game, well, is very clearly going for. And finally, for today, coming at number 6, we have 3 PM. 3 PM for me is kind of that start of that coming down, I guess. So we're going to walk the beach, we're going to water some flowers, we're going to do what we need to do, but also we're not 11 AM doing what we need to do. Coming from 2 PM to 3 PM is a bit of a contrast, but I think also 3 PM or 4 PM kind of really work well with each other. Whereas I said 3 PM is that winding down, but 4 PM is really that we're starting to get home from work if we were allowed to go to work. Kind of, it's up, it's peppy, but it's not too peppy. And I also feel like I hear this one a lot, but it doesn't bother me as much hearing this one as it does 10 AM, and I don't know if it's simply because I have just woken up, I haven't had a coffee at this point, but 3 PM does not bother me as much as 10 AM. So that is my 10 to 6. Next week we'll be doing 5 to 1. I already know how excited you all are for that part. I'm buzzing. But let us know your top 10 in the comments, or if you want to follow along with me, your 10 to 6 in the comments. So thank you once again for watching. So remember, you can catch this and more on the Crossing Board channel. We post a few things throughout the week, so check it out, learn some art, do some crafty bits, and I will see you all next week.